For decades, a nation's story has unfolded, a journey of transformation, resilience, and progress. But what does this journey truly look like through the eyes of someone who has lived it, served it, and documented it? Join us for the official launch of Uganda since 1986. A compelling new book by Foreign Service Officer Ambassador Dickson Ogwang Okul. This isn't just a book launch, it's a celebration of Uganda's social, economic transformation. Picture a nation where the currency was almost worthless. Hyperinflation raged at over 200%. The formal economy had collapsed. This was Uganda in 1986, emerging from decades of devastating conflict. But the story I share today is not one of despair. It is a phoenix rising from the ashes, a nation that transformed itself into one of Africa's most inspiring turnaround stories. Over the next few minutes, we will trace Uganda's journey of resilience, reform, and remarkable innovation. First task was to stop the bleeding. With support from the IMF and World Bank, Uganda's leaders took bold, painful steps. Inflation, once 240%, fell to just 5% by 1995. Confidence returned as the Bank of Uganda gained independence. But the most symbolic reform came in coffee. Once strangled by a state monopoly, coffee markets were liberalized in 1991. Farmers sold directly to exporters, prices rose, quality improved, and rural communities felt hope again. This decade was about rebuilding from rubble. Growth began, not from strength, but from survival. With stability secured, Uganda entered its golden age. For over a decade, growth averaged 7 to 8% a year. Two forces powered this boom. First, liberalization. Dozens of state-owned enterprises were privatized. Foreign investors arrived. Banking, brewing, and telecommunications were revitalized. Second, social investment. In 1997, Uganda launched universal primary education. Primary enrollment leapt from 2.5 million to over 8 million children. Later, universal secondary education followed. The nation invested in its greatest resource, its people. The poverty headcount fell dramatically, from 56% in 1992 to below 20% by 2012. HIV/AIDS prevalence dropped from 18% to around 6.5%. And then came discovery. Commercial oil reserves in 2006, setting the stage for a new era. The 2010s brought ambition, infrastructure took center stage. Mega dams like Karuma and Isimba, a vast new road network and energy expansion. But the real superstar was the services sector. In 2009, MTN launched mobile money. More than a payment tool, it was a financial revolution. Millions gained access to savings, transfers, and credit, leapfrogging banks. By 2023, over 20 million Ugandans were using it, making fintech the largest contributor to GDP. Yet, challenges grew. Uganda's population nearly tripled, from 17 million in 1990 to almost 50 million today. Each year, over 700,000 young people enter the job market, outpacing job creation. Public debt rose steeply, crossing $24 billion due to large infrastructure projects. Global shocks like COVID-19 crippled tourism and disrupted trade, reversing poverty gains. Still in 2022, Uganda reached a final investment decision for oil in the East African crude oil pipeline, paving the way for first oil in 2025. Just when many believed Uganda's future revolved around oil and services, a new chapter opened. In 2022, Uganda announced the discovery of approximately 31 million metric tons of gold ore, estimated to yield some 320,000 plus tons of refined gold, valuing reserves in the trillions. In August 2025, Uganda inaugurated its first large-scale gold mine in Busia district, a $250 million facility that refines to 99.9% purity. This mine will process 5,000 tons of ore daily and yield over 1.2 tons of gold annually. A dramatic leap from the mere 0.0042 tons produced domestically in prior years. Gold exports already soared. In 2023, export value jumped over 10 times, $2.3 billion from about $201 million the year before. With gold, Uganda moves from stone to gold, from hidden potential to transformative resource. Economic numbers tell one story, human well-being tells another. Life expectancy has risen from 43 years in 1986 to over 65 years today. Nearly all children now access primary school. Electricity reaches almost half the population, up from less than 5%. Yet challenges remain. Education quality is uneven, leaving many without skills for the modern economy. Youth unemployment is the greatest social risk. Poverty reduction has stalled since 2013, and climate change threatens agriculture, the backbone of rural life. We have built the house, but making it a home for all remains unfinished work. Uganda's journey from 1986 to 2025 is one of the most compelling transformations in Africa. From violence to peace, from instability to certainty, from stone to gold, from water to oil, from blood to milk. We have rebuilt a broken state, empowered our people, and unlocked abundant resources. We now carry the weight of expectations. To manage oil and gold prudently, to convert growth into meaningful jobs, to ensure education and health are truly life-changing, and to guard against inequality or environmental harm. The next chapter is not recovery. It is inclusive, sustainable prosperity. The Pearl of Africa has risen. It now shines brighter than ever. Uganda is ready for the future.